Hi everyone, my name is Akshay Arora and I am here to discuss the paper solution of the JEE Mains 2026 January attempt, and the date is 21st January 2026 shift 1. So here we will be discussing the mathematics 25 questions. So let's start with the first one. So first question is of the integration. You have to integrate from minus pi by 6 to plus pi by 6, and then they have given here pi plus 4 times x raised to the power 11 and 1 minus sine theta. So basically, my dear students, here minus a to a is given to you. So you just have to see that which part of this function is odd function. You will observe that this part of the function 4x raised to the power 11 whole divided by 1 minus sine theta is a odd function. So what I will do here, I will write pi over 1 minus sine, and then we have mod x plus pi by 6, and then we have with respect to x integration from minus pi by 6 to plus pi by 6. Are you able to understand? Now since this is a even part of this function, so I will write here, it will become 2 pi times dx over 1 minus sine mod x plus pi by 6. I hope this is clear to you, and the limit will be from 0 to pi by 6 now. Now what you have to do, my dear students, here we know that 0 to pi by 6 mod x will be x only. So you have to assume this x plus pi by 6 as a new function t. So basically here you will be able to see that dx value will be written as dt. So ultimately our question will be converted to 0 to pi. If you replace x value as 0, so t value will become pi by 6. And if you replace x value as pi by 6, so pi by 6 plus pi by 6, it will become pi by 3. And here you will be able to see that we are having dt over 1 minus sine t. Now to solve this question, we can rationalize, we can multiply by 1 plus sine t, 1 plus sine t, and then you will observe that it is 1 plus sine t whole divided by 1 minus sine square, which is cos square t. And bache here 1 upon cos square will be sec square, and then sine upon cos, and then it will be 10 also. So sec t into 10t you will have after the integration, so before the integration. So here sec square integration will be 10 theta, and then my dear student, sec t 10t integration will be sec theta. And then you have to apply the limits from pi by 6 to pi by 3, and this whole thing has to be multiplied by 2 pi. If you simplify this, you will be able to get the fourth option, which is 4 pi. I hope you all are able to understand how we did this question. Now the sum of the roots of this equation they are asking. So we will assume this mod of x minus 1 as t. Here it will be t square minus 5t plus 6 is equals to 0. If you try to factorize it, it will be t minus 2 into t minus 3, which is equal to 0. So the value of t will be 2 or 3. That means mod of x minus 1 will be 2 and mod of x minus 1 will be 3. So here x minus 1 will be written as plus minus 2, x minus 1 will be written as plus minus 3. So the value of x will be 1 plus minus 2, and here also it will be 1 plus minus 3. Now my dear student, the sum of roots they are expecting from us. So if you add all these values of x, you will have the answer as first option. Next is cosec theta, so it can be written as 1 upon sine theta. Sec theta, it will be written as 1 upon cos theta. You will take the LCM here, you will have sine 10 cos 10, and then you will be having cos 10 minus root 3 sine 10. I will like you to divide by 2 and then multiply by 2 to both the terms. This half bache, it can be written as sine 30, then it is cos 10, then bache here it is cos 30, then it is sine 10. And in the denominator, if you multiply by 2 and then you divide by 2, so you will able to understand here 2 sine theta cos theta will be sine 2 theta. So this 2 into 2 will become 4, and here sine a minus b formula is applicable. So sine 20 over sine 20 into 4 will be remaining, which gives us the result which is given to us in the third option. Now my dear students, let's go ahead with the next question. X square plus x plus 1 will have the root x is equals to omega as well as omega square. But let's take omega only. If you replace here omega plus 1 upon omega, so omega plus omega square, it is minus 1, but still with the power 4 it will become plus 1. Again we have omega square plus 1 upon omega square. Again the inner function will be minus 1, but minus 1 raised to the power plus 1. So minus 1 raised to the power 4 will be plus 1. And then the third term bache x cube plus 1 upon x cube you have. So here if you place omega cube is bache 1 upon omega cube is also 1. 1 plus 1 beta, it will become 2 raised to the power 4, it will become 16. So this 1116, 1116, 1116, you will have how many times? These you will have 8 times, 8 pairs you will have. And the last term is power 25, so that is also having a value 1. So in this way you will be able to understand that 18 into 8 and then plus 1 you have to deal with it. So you will be able to get the first answer, which is 145. Next, these are the numbers which are in GP, that the product of A2 and A3 and A4, they have given 64. So AR into AR square into AR cube, so that will be 64. A cube R raised to the power 6 will be 64. If you take the cube root both the sides, so AR square will be 4. Again, my dear students, I have A1 plus A3 plus A5 value, which is 813 over 7. A plus AR square plus AR power 4 is 813 over 7. So, bache, if you take this A common, you will be left with 1 plus R square plus R power 4 is equals to 813 over 7. So, you have the two equations. This is first one, this is second one. And you divide the second equation by first equation, you will have the value of R square as 1 upon 28 and the value of A as 1 upon 7. Once you have A and R value, you will substitute to get A3, A5 and A7, and you will be able to get the second option. I hope everyone in the class is able to understand this. Number of relations defined on this set. So here 4 elements are there, no? N value 4. So which are both reflexive and symmetric. So the number of relations which are reflexive and symmetric that can be formed on this set will be n square minus n upon 2 with on the power 2. If you place the value of n as 4, so 16 minus 4 upon 2. 16 minus 4 is 12, 12 upon 2 will be 6, so that will become 64. 64 is there in the option C, that's why option 3 will be the final answer. Next question, we have a differential equation 1 plus x square. Then I am writing dy by dx because I am dividing the whole equation by dx. Then here we have y minus tan inverse x, and then here will be equals to 0. So beta, I will be dividing the entire equation now by 1 plus x square. So here you will observe 1 plus x square will be with y, and here tan inverse x is also divided by 1 plus x square. So this is a linear differential equation which has the integrating factor as e raised to the power integration of p dx. So it is e raised to the power tan inverse x is if. So next is solution of differential equation is y into integrating factor is equals to integration of q into integrating factor and then plus c. So q function, bache, they have given tan inverse x whole divided by 1 plus x square. Into integrating factor is e raised to the power tan inverse x, and then followed by plus c. Here in the left hand side it is y into integrating factor. Now bache, what we need to do, we have to write the value of e raised to the power tan inverse x as t, or we can also write tan inverse x as t, then dx over 1 plus x square will be dt. So here this integration will be converted to right hand side e raised to the power t into t, basically into t and dt. So here you will apply integration by parts, and then that will be converted to the final result. I'll just tell you, my dear students, y into e raised to the power tan inverse x. Here, my dear students, it will be fx into gx rule, first function as it is, integration of second function minus whole integration of the differentiation of the second function. So this will be the result that you will obtain. T value will be replaced with tan inverse x after the integration, and you will be taking the value of x as 0 and you will have y value 1. If you substitute here, you will be able to get the value of c. Once you have c, then y of 1 is very easy for us to evaluate, which will be obtained as a second option, my dear students. I hope you understood the process of handling this question. Now, Let a point lie between the two parallel lines. So they have given the two parallel lines to us. One of the line is L1, other is the line L2. There is a point in this lines, between the lines, such that it is located at a distance of 6 units from here and 3 units from here. So the triangle, equilateral triangle, is having one such vertex as this, and this is the triangle being formed. I hope you are able to understand. Now they are asking you to get the area of the equilateral triangle. So how will you find it? So let's say this side length is A, this side length is A, and this side length is also A. Let's say if I am assuming this angle as theta. So here bache it is 60. Here also it is 60. Here also it is 60. So what about this angle? So bache, I know that the sum of these two angles, let's say if this is x. So I know that the sum of these angle on the same side of transversal is 180 degree. So over here 60 and 60 will become 120, 120 taken to that side, it will become again 60. So 60 minus x will be the value of theta, or I can write the value of x will be 60 minus theta. So here it will be 60 minus theta. This angle will be 60 minus theta. Now once you are able to understand, so I will consider this triangle first of all. So if I consider this triangle, here it is 90 degree, hypotenuse is A, I'll apply the value of cosec theta. So cosec theta is equals to, or sin theta we can write, that will be easier for you, otherwise you will get confused if I express in the form of cosec theta. So I'll write sin theta is equals to perpendicular over hypotenuse. This is the first relationship. However, if you take another triangle, let's say you take this one. So here you sin, because this entire length here to here is 9. So sin 60 plus theta will be equals to perpendicular over hypotenuse. So you will be able to see that if I expand this, sin A, then cos B plus cos A, and then sin B. So that will be 9 over A. So bache, sin theta is 3 over A, then cos theta is square root of 1 minus sin square. So I will replace this cos theta value here. I will replace this sin theta value here. Everything will be in the form of A. Once I get the value of A, then the area of equilateral triangle will be root 3 by 4 side square. So are you able to understand? And then if you simplify it, you will be able to get the first option, which is 21 root 3. Is it clear to you? So this way you can find the answer to this question. Next is focus of the hyperbola coincide with the focus of the ellipse. So ellipse is the horizontal ellipse. Its focus will be on the x-axis. So focus is having a coordinate a square minus b square comma 0 with a square root. Here 36 minus 16 if you do, you will have 20. Square root of 20 can also be written as 2 root 5. So the focus of ellipse is 2 root 5 comma 0. Now the focus of hyperbola will be at c comma 0 again, where the value of c will be square root of a square plus b square. The square root of a square plus b square is 2 root 5. A square plus b square, that will become 20 for the hyperbola. I hope you are able to understand. This a and this a, they are different. Let's say here it is a1 square plus b1 square I am making, so that a1 value, a1 square is 36, b1 square is 16. I hope this is clear to you. They have also said that the eccentricity of hyperbola, so e square is having a formula 1 plus b square over a square. The eccentricity of the hyperbola is 5, so I will write here 25. So b square upon a square will be 24, b square value will be equals to 24 times a square. This way you are able to obtain two relationships. So a square plus 24a square, you will have 25a square is equals to 20. A square value will become 4 by 5, and if you want to get b square value, so that will become 24 times 4 by 5. So that will be helping you out. That will help you out in 24 into 4. So that was 96 over 5, which is b square. I hope this is clear to you. Once you have a square and b square value, then we have to find the length of LR. So length of LR will be equals to twice of B square by A. So twice of B square by A will give you the answer to this question, which is third option. So third option will be the final answer. I hope you all are able to understand this question. Now in this question you will observe this is of the type 1 raised to the power infinity. So I'll take this ln outside and then I will apply limit extending towards 1 to this function f of 2 plus x over f of 3 to the whole power 18 over x minus 1 whole square. Now everyone, we are writing here e raised to the power, this power will come in the front, and then here it will be f of 2 plus x over f of 3 and then minus 1. So here they have to write limit extending towards 1 and outside there is ln. So bache, this entire thing will be converted to only the limit part, because ln e raised to the power something will be something only. Limit extending towards 1, 18 over x minus 1 whole square. If you simplify this, you will have f of 2 plus x minus f of 3 whole divided by f of 3. Bache, now you have to apply the L'Hopital rule. If you apply the L'Hopital rule one time, so you will have 18 times f dash of 2 plus x whole divided by f of 3 times 2 times x minus 1. Here also if you substitute limit extending towards 1, you are getting 0 by 0 form. So again you apply the L'Hopital rule. It is 18 times f double dash 2 plus x, and over here 2 times f of 3 into 1 will there, then limit of x of tending towards 1. Now if you replace x value 1, f double dash value is given to you as 4. So here you will have 18 into 4. And then whole divided by f of 3 value is 18, then you have 18 into 2. If you simplify it, you will be able to get the result that is given to us in the third option, that is 2. I hope you all are able to understand this question. Number of strictly increasing function from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. From 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And you have to frame the functions such that you have to make sure that it is increasing. F of I should not be equal to I. So this particular thing is not allowed. One can mapped with these 8 elements. So out of the 8, you select 6. 8, 6, 6 will give you the number of increasing function, that is 28. So fourth option will be the final answer. Let's we have a vector A, we have a vector B, C is the vector such that A cross C is equals to B. So let's say C is x, y, z. If you do A cross C, so A cross C will give you I, J, K, and then it will give you, my dear students, it will give you A vector components minus 1, 2, 2, and also it will give you C vector components, that is x, y, z. And this A cross C they already have given equal to B. So B vector is 8i plus 7j minus 3k. Now my dear students, you do the cross product. So you will see with I cap it is getting 2z minus 2y. With j cap it is getting minus z minus 2x. And with k cap it is getting minus y minus 2x. And here you have 8i 7j minus 3k. So you just have to equate 2z minus 2y is equals to 8, then z plus 2x is equals to 7, and then y plus 2x is equals to minus 3. So is equals to plus 3. So you have to solve the 3 equations, my dear students, to write the value of x, y, z. So you will have 2i minus 1j and then plus 3k as a value of c. Now my dear students, once you got the c, then my dear students, you have to get c dot I plus j plus k is 4. So without this also we can get the answer. However, a plus c you have to do now. So a plus c will be equals to minus I plus 2i, so that will become I, 2j minus j, that will become plus j, 2k plus 3k, so that will become 5k. And they want you to take the magnitude of this. So 1 plus 1 plus 25 with a square root. But they want the whole square, so I am not writing the square root. So the answer is option second, that is 27. I hope you all are able to understand how we got this. Next, the domain of this function 2x minus 5, 11 minus 3x has to be between minus 1 and plus 1. However, my dear students, here 2x square minus 3x plus 1 is also between minus 1 and plus 1. So, bache, if you take only this portion, so 2x square minus 3x has to be less than 0. So, 2x minus 3 has to be less than 0 if you mark the critical point 0 and 3 by 2. So, is 1 satisfying it? Yes, 1 is satisfying it. So, from here I got the value of x from 0 to 3 by 2. This is one of the value that we got. From here, if you simplify, my dear students, so the left hand side you have to simplify, and from the right hand side you have to simplify separately. Okay, now you take this plus 1 to that side, 2x minus 5 over 11 minus 3x plus 1, and you take this minus 1 to this side. So here you will get the answer as, let's say, D1 interval, this is D2 interval, and bache, this is D3 interval. If you take the intersection of D1, D2, D3, you will have equal to D3 only. The common is D3 only. That's why the common part is 0 to 3 by 2. 0 plus 3, so the answer will be 3. 3 is given to us in the third option. That's why third option will be the final answer. Next is area of the region they are asking. So one of the equation I can see here, x square by 4, y square by 1 is equals to 1 we have. So over here, this is one of the elliptical path. This is x-axis and this one is y-axis. So here you have 2, 0 and here you have 0, 1. Now area of the region inside this ellipse and outside the region bounded by y is equals to mod x minus 1. It means that, my dear students, if I substitute x value 0, y value will be 1. So here this will be one of the equation, and if I substitute y value 0, so mod x is 1, so plus minus 1. So this is one such. A diamond type of a structure is being obtained. Here is a coordinate minus 1, 0 and here is a coordinate 1, 0. What they have said, the area of the region inside the ellipse, outside this region. And there are two equations we have observed. One is, if you substitute x value, y value will be negative 1. So this one is y is equals to mod x minus 1 and this one is equals to y is equals to 1 minus mod x. Now what you need to do, you just focus on the in area inside the diamond. Area inside the diamond is 4 times area of triangle. Area of one triangle will be half into base into height. And if you multiply by 4, you will have 2. So required area is the outer one. Required area is this one basically. I would shade it with a green color, let's say. So required area is the outer one. This. So required area will be written as pi into a into b minus 2. Pi into a is 2, b is 1 minus 2. 2 pi minus 2 is pi, you will take common. Sorry, pi you can't take common. 2 you will take common and then pi minus 1. 2 times pi minus 1 is given to us in the option 1. That's why option 1 will be the final answer. Next, if the coefficient of x in this expansion ax square plus bx plus c multiplied by 1 minus 2x raised to the power 26 is minus 56. So how will you find coefficient of x? I'll tell you with that. So there are possibilities of getting coefficient of x in two ways. You take a constant term from here, and from here you write 20c61 minus 2x raised to the power 1. Or you take bx from here, and here you take constant term 26c0 and then 2x raised to the power 0. So there is no need of writing that. Only the coefficient part is minus 52, because 20c61 is 26, minus 52c, and then plus b, and then this is equals to negative 56. So this is the first relationship. Second relationship, bache, coefficient of x square and x cube both are 0. How will you find x square? If you multiply coefficient of x square, I am talking about now. So here I was talking about coefficient of x. So coefficient of x square is when you multiply ax square with a constant term, or you multiply bx with a term which is having x, or you multiply constant c with a term which is having the power 2 on it. Now you just take the coefficient part, so that will become a. There here it will be minus 52 times b, and here, my dear students, it will be 6c2, so 26 into 25 whole divided by 2 into 4 into c. So the sum of these will be equals to 0. I hope you are able to understand. So this is the second relationship. Even if they ask you to write the coefficient of x cube, so the possibility is you are taking ax square from the first bracket and 20c61 minus 2x raised to the power 1 from the second bracket. You are taking bx from the first bracket and you are taking 26c2 minus 2x raised to the power 2 from the second bracket. Or you are taking c from the first bracket and then 20c63 and then minus 2x raised to the power 3 from here. If you consider only the coefficients, so it will be minus 52a. Then here it will be 4 times 26c2 into b, and then 26c3 into minus 8c. This is also 0. So we are having three relationships. If you solve, so bache, if you solve the relationship 1, 2 and 3, you will have 300, then you will have 100 and you will have 3. So these are the values of ABC that you will have, bachcho. Now they are asking to add all of them. So 1403, fourth option will be the final answer. Okay, I hope you are able to understand. Next, PQ and MN be the two straight lines touching the circle. They have given a circle which is having a center at 2, 3. Did you understood? And the radius will be 2 square plus 3 square plus 3 with the square root. So I think this is getting 16. So our value is 4. So over here there are 2 points. They have said that PQ and MN be the two straight lines touching the circle at the point A and B. Let O be the center. A of B is pi by 3. So here it will become 122 pi by 3. So the angle between PQ and MN is 2 pi by 3. Then the locus of the point of intersection of PQ and MN. So locus is this point H comma K basically. So let's say this is a P dash point. Now my dear students, I'll just apply the concept that half of this angle tan theta by 2 is equals to R over square root of S1, because this distance is square root of S1 and this is R. So I'll just apply, and this is 90, radius is perpendicular to tangent. So 1060 is root 3 by 2, r is 4 and root over s1. That means this h comma k has to be substituted in the equation of circle. So h square plus k square minus 4h minus 4k minus 3. You take it to this side and square it. H square plus k square minus 4h minus 4k, and then my dear students, minus 3 is equals to 16 by 3. If you cross multiply, you will be able to see that you are getting the third option as the locus. I hope everyone in the class is able to understand how we got this. Mean of the 7 observation, 2 plus 4 plus 10 plus x plus 12 plus 14, 7 observation. They have given to you as, I forgot to take y, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, yeah. So this is 8, mean is 8. 2 plus 4 is 6, 6 plus 10 is 16, 16 plus 12, it is 28, 28 plus 14, so that will become 42 plus x plus y is equals to 56. So x plus y value will be equals to 14 over here. I hope this is clear to you guys. Next, my dear students, two numbers are chosen from the list here. If you see this list, you have 1, then you have 2, then you have 3, then you have x minus 4. So let's find the value of x and y first of all, because then only it will be variance. Now let's talk about the variance. So variance is having the formula mean of the squared observation minus square of mean. So squared observation means 2 square, 4 square, 10 square, then it is x square, then it is 12 square, 14 square, y square divided by 7 minus mean. Mean is 8 square and bache here variance. Variance is 16. Variance is 16. So you will have the relationship between x and y from here. So ultimately x square plus y square is 100, x plus y is 14. So my dear students, the value of x you will have from here is 8, y as 6, because x is greater than y. So 1, 2, 3, then x minus 4, it will be 4, then y, and then last one is 5. Is it clear to everyone? Now my dear students, two numbers are chosen respectively from this list, one after the other, without replacement. Then the probability that the smaller number among the two chosen is less than 4. I am finding opposite case, probability that none of the chosen number is less than 4. I am just finding opposite case. That means both the numbers are greater than 4. So 6 is also allowed, 5 is also allowed in that case. Sorry, yeah, 5 and 6. So if you chose two numbers, favorable will be 1 and the total will be 62. 62 will give you the result, my dear students, 6 into 5, 30 over 2, so 1 by 15. Is it clear to you? Are you able to understand? So over here, equal to 4 also. Equal to 4 is also allowed. So I think 3C2 I have to write here. Out of the 3, because 4 is allowed, 6 is allowed, 5 is allowed. So 3C2 over 6C2. 3C2 is 3 over 15, which is 1 by 5. Now they are asking the complement event of this case. Probability that the smaller among the two chosen is less than 4. Probability smaller among two number is less than 4. So that will be giving you a value which is 4 by 5. 4 by 5 is given to you in the option A, so that's why option A will be the final answer. C and D with the vectors C plus D, they have given root 29, C cross this. Okay, so let's say this is 2, 3, 4. Okay, 2, 3, 4, this is, let me take it A. So C cross A they have given equal to A cross D. C cross A, they have given equal to A cross D. C cross A, if you take it to this side, it will become minus A cross D. Minus A cross D can be written as plus D cross A. And here it is C cross A. C plus D cross A will be equal to 0. C plus D cross A equal to 0. So you will be able to write here that C plus D will be lambda times A vector. If lambda is already lambda 1, lambda 2 given, no, so lambda times A vector. Now C plus D magnitude will be lambda times A magnitude. C plus D magnitude they already have given in the question. Have they given? Yes, root 29 mod lambda mod A. So that is 2 square plus 3 square, 4 plus 9. 4 plus 9 and then plus 16. So it will be square root of 29 only. So mod lambda is 1. So lambda value will be plus minus 1. So basically C plus D vector is equals to plus minus A vector. Now lambda 1 and lambda 2 are the possible values of C plus D dot this vector. So I think C plus D we have obtained. What I will do, I will substitute C plus D as plus minus A vector dot the given vector. And you will have two different answers from here. One is lambda 1 and the other one is lambda 2. Once you have a lambda 1 and lambda 2, then you will keep lambda 1 here, lambda 2 here. Okay. So they are saying that this is the equation of circle. So what is the value of lambda 1 and lambda 2, Mache? Lambda 1 is 4. If you do so, the dot product 1 is 4, other is minus 4. And if you keep 4 and minus 4 here, you will have the value of k as 1. Because for a 2-degree equation to represent the equation of circle, the coefficient of xy should be 0. However, the coefficient of x square should be equal to the coefficient of y square. If you make the coefficient of x square equal to the coefficient of y square, you will have the value of k as 1 only. That's how we got it. Or you just make this coefficient 0. So you'll have k value 1. Okay. So this is the answer. Let's go ahead. O be the vertex of this parabola. So origin. Q be any point on this parabola. So that will be x square is equals to 4ay. So it will be 2t comma t square because a value is 1 over here. Let the locus of the point P which divides the line segment OQ. Divides the line segment OQ internally in the ratio 2:3. So here it is 2 and here it is 3. So let's say this is a point P. Okay. So P point, let's say we have to obtain it. So it is h comma k. So h value will be equals to 4t plus 0 over 2 plus 3 and k value will be equals to 2t square plus 0 over 5. So this is how we got h and k. Now they have said that be the conic. So locus if I have to find, so you will find t from here as 5h over 4. Substitute t here. 5k is equals to 2 times t square. So if you simplify it, 5k is equals to 2 times 25h square divided by 4 square. So this 2 and this 2 will get cancelled. Here it will be 8. This 5 and this 5 will get cancelled. Here it is 5h square is equals to 8k. Now h square is equals to 8 by 5k. X square is equals to 8 by 5y is a parabola. So locus of P is conic which is representing a parabola. Now they are asking the equation of a chord with a given middle point. So given middle point is 1 comma 2, so you have to write t is equals to s1. So for writing the expression t, you have to write x1 minus 8 by 10 minus 8 by 10 y plus y1. And for s1, you have to just replace x1 square minus 8 by 5 y1. So wherever I have written x1 y1, you have to replace x1 y1 with 1 2. As you do so, you will have the equation of a chord with a given middle point, which is given to us in the first option. That is why the first option will be the final answer. Alpha beta coordinates of the foot of the perpendicular drawn from 5 4 2 on the line. So line, if you want to represent this particular point in terms of lambda, so it will be minus 1 plus 2 lambda, then it will be 3 plus 3 lambda, and then it will be 1 minus lambda. So here we have P point, here we have Q point, then it is PQ vector. So minus 1 plus 2 lambda minus 5, so it will be 2 lambda minus 6. 3 plus 3 lambda minus 4, so 3 lambda minus 1. And then, and then my dear students, here 1 minus lambda minus 2, so it will be minus lambda minus 1. I hope you are able to understand this. Now this PQ taken dot with the parallel vector, which is 2 3 minus 1. So 2 times 2 lambda minus 6, 3 times 3 lambda minus 1, and then minus 1 times minus lambda minus 1, which is equal to 0. From here you will find lambda. Once you get lambda, you will have a coordinate. Then the length of the projection of this particular, this is alpha beta gamma basically. So projection of this vector on this vector, easily you will be able to find. Let's say you have alpha beta gamma given to you over here. You have to take the projection of this vector on 6 to 3. So let's say this is A vector and this is B vector. So projection of A on B is A dot B cap. So you find the value of lambda from here first of all. (13 lambda, 14 lambda will come. Minus 15 plus 1, 14 will come. Lambda value is 1. Once we got lambda value 1, so I'll have alpha value 1, beta value 6, gamma value 0. And this 160 taken dot with this. So 160 taken dot with B, 623, and then divided by square root of 6 square, 2 square, 3 square. In this way you will be able to find the answer. So if you simplify this, you will be able to get 18 by 7. 18 by 7 is the answer to this question. Are you able to understand this? Now here the first term a1 is 1, an plus 1 is given in terms of this. So an plus 1 is half times an, and if you express this into two parts, you are having n square minus 2n minus 1 of this particular way. So you will be able to see here that, can you express as a difference of this? So basically what you will do here, you can write it as n square minus 2n and then plus 1. So that will become n minus 1 whole square. But do I have to create n minus 1 whole square? So you have to see that also. Can I create basically n plus 1 whole square? So if you want me to create n plus 1 whole square, so I want to write here plus 2n and then plus 1. So let's do one thing. Over here, let's put the value of n as 2 and get these terms. You will be able to see the GP over here. Okay. So how? If you observe, my dear students, n value 2 or n value 1, let's start with that. If you observe n value 1, you will be able to get a2 is equals to half times a1, and here 1 minus 1 will get cancelled, here minus 2 over 1 and then 2 square is 4. Is that clear to you everyone? So a1 value is 1, so here it will be half and then minus half, so a2 value is getting 0. if you substitute n value 2, you will have a3. So a3 value is half times a2, and bachcho, if you substitute 2 over here, 4 minus 1, 3, 3 minus 4 you will have, and then if you substitute 2 here, 4 times 2 plus 1, 3 square, that is 9. a2 value is 0, so here you will have minus 1 over 36. This is a3. Once you have a1, a2 and a3, you can get the value of this expression. So a1 minus 2 upon 1 square. Then bachche you will have a2 minus 2 upon 2 square. Then bachche you will have a3 minus 2 upon 3 square. If you substitute in this, so a1 value is 1, 1 minus 2 you will have the first term as minus 1. Over here a2 value is 0, then you will have here the second term 0 minus half. And bachche a3 value is minus 1 by 36, so minus 1 by 36, and if you subtract 2 upon 9 from there, minus 1 by 36, 2 upon 9 from here, 36 will be the LCM, and it will become minus 9 by 36, which is minus 1 by 4. So are you able to understand that this is a GP going on where the first term is negative 1 and the ratio is half? And if I have to do S infinity, so that will become A upon 1 minus R. So if you simplify this, they are asking you to write the sum in modulus, which is represented as 2. So 2 is the answer to this question. I hope you are able to understand this. Next is, bachche, they are asking about this integration. So you apply sin C plus sin D, 2 sin C plus D upon 2, and then cos C minus D upon 2. Then here you have 2 sin X cos X. Here you can do one thing, you can take this cos X common, and you will be left with sin 2x, and then you will be left with sin X. Again, my dear students, what you can do, sin C plus sin D formula you can apply, that will become 2 sin C plus D upon 2 and cos C minus D upon 2. I hope you are able to understand. How will you be able to handle this? Now bachche, is it possible that you convert everything in the form of sine and you assume sin x as t and then dt? That will help you to do this question, my dear students. So one way is, if you assume sin as t, okay, so can you convert this sine in the form of this expression also in the form of sin 2x? This is one way of handling the question. Otherwise, let's say if you have taken 2 cos x common, so sin 2x plus sin x, you can write it here as sin c plus sin d formula, which is 2 sin c plus d by 2 cos c minus d by 2. And bachche, they have applied the modulus over here, and this is going from 0 to pi, and this is being multiplied by 6. Here you have to apply dx. Now bachche, it is very easy for you to integrate this function, because either you do one thing, you split the limits and then solve it, or you can also try to convert this into a simpler form, which is 2 sin 3x by 2 and then cos x by 2. Here, my dear students, you have already 2 cos x value, which is given to you over here. Or I think, my dear students, if you directly integrate them one by one, so that will also be easier. Okay, so you just have to split this limit and then you have to integrate them one by one. So sin 3x is given, plus sin 2x is given, and sin x is given. In 0 to pi, so if this is 0 to pi, if you see this function, cos x will be negative basically in 0 to 2 pi. So 0 to pi by 2, in the first quadrant it will be positive, but anyways after that it will become negative. However, if you see here, if in the form of a product if you convert, so here you are having 2 sin 3x by 2 and here you are having cos x by 2 and then you are having cos x. Okay, so the critical points of this particular expression, this is having a critical point pi, now this is having a critical point 2 pi by 3, and this is having a critical point pi by 2. So you can break this into 0 to pi by 2, then you can go along with pi by 2 to 2 pi by 3, and then you can go along with 2 pi by 3 to pi. This way you will be assigning the sign to these functions. The first one will be plus only, the second one will be minus, and the third one will be plus again. So here you can directly write sine 3x plus sine 2x plus sine x, and you can integrate them individually. I think this will be more easier to integrate sine theta. This will be more easier to integrate sine theta. Here also you integrate them individually, sine 3x plus sine 2x plus sine x. And then, my dear students, you add these results. So you will be able to get the result, that is 17 over 6. But they ask you to multiply it by 6. If you multiply this by 6, so you will have a value 17. So 17 is the answer to this question. I hope you are able to understand this. Here trace of A they have given to you. Trace of A they have given to you as 4. So alpha plus 2 value is 4, alpha value is 2. Trace of B they have given to you here, that is 3. So 1 plus beta is 3, so beta value is 2. Alpha and beta value if you got, that means A square you can write now. Alpha value is 2. Then A square will be 2, 2, 1, 2. If you multiply it, 4 plus 2, that will become 6. 4 plus 4, so that will become 8. 2 plus 2, so that will become 4. 2 plus 4, so that will become 6. This is A square. In the same way, you can find A cube also. So 6, 8, 4, 6 multiply by 2, 2, 1, 2. So this will be 12 plus 8, that will become 20. 12 plus 16, so that will become 28. 8 plus 6, so that will become 14. 8 plus 12, so that will become 20. This is how you will be able to find A cube. Once you got A cube, then in the same way you will write B cube. So how will you find B cube? So first of all, B square by substituting beta value. One plus 1, 2. 1 plus 2, 3. 1 plus 2, 3. 1 plus 4, that is 5. This is B square. In the same way, you will be able to write B cube now. 2, 3, 3, 5. Multiply by the matrix B. Matrix B is 1, 1, 1, 2. So here it will be 2 plus 3, 5. 2 plus 6, that is 8. 3 plus 5, that is 8. 3 plus 10, so that is 13. Now we will do A cube minus B cube, very easy. So adjoint, determinant of adjoint is determinant of A cube minus B cube to the power n minus 1. So n is a order of matrix, so that is 1. Now they asked us to apply the power 2 on it. So here it has to be multiplied by 2. Are you able to understand? So whatever you get from A cube minus B cube, the determinant value of A cube minus B cube, you do A cube minus B cube is what? Basically it is 20 minus 5, so 15. 28 minus 8 is 20. 14 minus 8 is 6. And then 20 minus 13, so that is 7. So do the determinant value of this expression whole square. So you will be able to get the result 225 because determinant is 15. So 15 square will become 225. I hope you are able to understand this also. So my dear students, let's have a discussion over the 24th question. Let there be a set S having the ordered pair m comma n. This m comma n has been brought up from 1 to 50 only. So over here, my dear students, if the number of elements of the ordered pair in S such that 6 raised to the power m plus 9 raised to the power n is a multiple of 5. So 6 raised to the power m can be written as 1 plus 5 raised to the power m. So this is 1 plus 5 k1, let's say. And 9 raised to the power m can be written as 10 minus 1 raised to the power n, which can be written as 10 k2 minus 1. So over here, if you add 6 raised to the power m plus 9 raised to the power n, So you will be able to see that you are getting 5k1 plus 10k2. So this is divisible by 5. Divisible by 5. Now one thing they are saying that number of elements of the ordered pair in the set S such that this is a multiple of 5. So the values of P they are asking. So basically, my dear students, M can be any number from this set 1, 2, 3, 4 up till 50. And the value of N, my dear students, because we are adding it. So let's say 6 raised to the power 1 and then 9 raised to the power 1. So here N value 6 raised to the power 1 is it fine. 9 raised to the power 1. So 6 plus 9 it is making 15. But if you take 9 square, so that will become 81. 81 plus 6 if you do. So you will have 87 which is not divisible by 5. So N value is everything possible, but N value is odd possible. Odd. So P number of ways in which ordered pairs can be taken is 50 into 25, which is 1250. And here, my dear students, they have said that the number of elements of ordered pair in the S such that M plus N is the square of prime number. So let's say the value of M plus N can be square of a prime number. Let's start with 4 because the minimum possible case is 4. M plus N can be 9, and at the last you will see M plus N will be 49. So bache, over here this can be done in 3 ways. 2, 2, 1, 3, 3, 1. This can be done in 8 ways. This can be done in 48 ways. If you add all of them, so the Q value will become, my dear students, over here 83. So if you add 83 with 1250, you will be able to get the result 1333. So P plus Q will be 1333. This is the answer of this question. I hope you are able to understand. So let's solve this 25th question. Let f real to real be a twice differentiable function such that this quadratic equation fx m square minus 2f dash xm, here beta it should be f double dash x is equals to 0, has 2 equal roots for this, and they have given f of 0 value, f dash 0 value and alpha beta. So how will you be handle this? So basically you will do b square minus 4ac is equals to 0. So here you will have 4 and 4 taken common, cancelled. F dash x whole square is equals to fx into f double dash x. Here you will write f dash x over fx, and here it will be f double dash x over f dash x. You will integrate both the sides. Here you will have ln fx, here you will have ln f dash x, and then you will write ln c. So here fx is equals to c times f dash x. You substitute x value 0, f of 0 is equals to c times f dash 0. F dash 0 is 2, f of 0 is 1, so c value is 1 by 2. I hope this is clear. Now you will be able to find fx value as 1 by 2 times f dash x. I hope you are able to understand. So f dash x over fx will be 2. If you integrate both sides, fx value will be e raised to the power 2x. And they ask you to write f of log x minus x, so it will be e raised to the power 2 times log x minus x. Now bache, this function they have said that is the largest interval, this function is increasing. So this function is increasing in the interval 0 to 1. Alright. So my dear students, alpha plus beta will become 0 plus 1, and that's why the answer to this problem is 1. So this is all about the solutions of this 21st January paper. Thank you so much everyone for joining or for watching this video. Thank you.